Day 40. I like to say I'm all excited about day 40 and all this stuff, but I'm not. I feel like I'm a ship out in the middle of the Pacific where there's no wind, and I'm just stuck there and just kind of drifting along. Like I've got to just wait out this time frame until I get closer to the end, and more adventure happens. Things are happening beyond my control. I may not be able to go to Washington or California and see Darby and finish out my challenge. A lot of ideas going through my mind on how to approach or how to make everything work. What do? You gotta go with the flow and see what cards life deals you, and we'll take one day at a time, make it work. All right, so 4.5 miles. I woke up this morning, I was real stiff. Not real stiff, but I was laying there, it's like, you know what, if you're ever gonna do any kind of hiking, you're gonna wake up every day feeling like this, or worse, depending if you stretch out and roll out your muscles like you need to do every day. If you don't, you're gonna feel worse than this every day when you wake up after hiking 10 plus miles. So get used to it. If you can't get up and go run every day, you're just full of a bunch of that stinky stuff if you think you're gonna go through hike anything meaningful. So yesterday, I did my 4.5 miles, and it took me an hour and 16 minutes or whatever, and then I walked around for another hour, a mile and a half, about another 30 minutes. So I got all my exercise in. I went to the gym and stretched, but I didn't do any weight training. So I'm not happy about that. I need to get myself, I want to do my weight training, but I don't want to be worn out, and I got so much work to do. It's like, gosh, how do I balance this? So right now I haven't balanced it. It's just whatever. I'll do what I can do. I'll get it done somehow. It's just gonna take some trail building and develop a routine so I can get this going. I mean, I went and ran 4.5 miles, went with help Bo, put a water heater in, and I had plenty of energy for that. So I have no excuse. My body is able to do it. And then as long as I don't have anything going on in the evening requiring my attention, I can go and I go to the gym for 30 minutes. But right now things are kind of new. New things are happening, so gotta keep my mind open and my availability open, and see how this is going to work out. All right, once again, I'm starting. I didn't get my favorite parking spot today, but there's a lot of people out here, and I'd like to say, I wish I could say I'm excited about going for a run, but I'm not. I'm just out here because I have to be. It's not hard to make myself get out here because I've got a routine now. Just gonna do my 4 miles an hour and then get it done. All right, we'll see what I got to talk about today. Haven't been having a really good topics to talk about lately, so I don't know. Well, we'll try to do something. I stopped and stretched out my calves and my quads. So I just thought, you know what? I never stretch before I start running. I just come out here and run. But now I loosened up those 2 muscle groups. It feels a little better. It's basically, I think that before, when I never stretched out, the fact that I get out here and the first mile would just limber me up from using the muscles that loosen them up. But stretching is so important. So I always go that way. Pulled the camera out. We're going this way today. So this is the big loop, and it's a 1.5 loop. So we can do 3 of these. No backwards bunions necessary. I thought for sure, yeah, I'm walking now. I just saw the water. Thought for sure I wasn't gonna encounter a bog. I wonder if I can get past it. Sure, it's beautiful through here. It's hot. I waited too late to get started on my run. I was up till midnight, so I slept in a little bit. Oh, come on, please be a trail. Give me a way around this muck. Oh, I don't want to get my mud. Oh, shoot. All right, we're tiptoeing it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's some mud over here. Oh, squishy. Squishy and slippery. Hopefully I can get on some gravel and clean my shoes back off. That was a sloppy, slippy spot too. All right, now all the little grooves on my shoe are full of mud. Perfect. Yep. Well, Darby's coming to town, and we had a discussion last night about alcohol. We're both doing the challenge, and we're gonna be in town with my father. And he's like, you know what? If I can have a chance to have a drink with Papa while I'm in town, I'm considering breaking the challenge to do that, because he doesn't know how many more chances he's gonna get to do that. So I told him that was fine. I said, that's understandable. And I said, you know, maybe I'll join you. But then I was like thinking, 10 minutes later, I'm like, hell no. I am not gonna drink alcohol until 75 days, no matter what. I'm not doing it. I have resolved to do this. I started out, I've been through too much. This is not easy. And you know what? The higher the hurdle, the harder the challenge, the better mental toughness building I'm gonna get from it. So I'm gonna sit there and drink my soda water with a squeeze of lime. I'm gonna watch Darby and my father have a drink. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I don't think anything can be harder than seeing pizza right there, all you want, free. And I think much can be harder than that, or going to the casino and Bo and Rachel got a tab open and they're like, yeah, get what you want. So I don't think anything can be much harder than that. Free Tanqueray and soda, or Malibu and pineapple, or something. I don't even know. Jack and Coke. Free scotch, whiskey, bourbon, whatever I want. I can have whatever I want. No, I just lost half of my conversation. But I was talking about when I drink, how I like to drink, and how I think where it left off, what I missed was, I don't like having a drink doesn't really even appeal to me, because there's a certain way that I like to drink. I don't drink just for the flavor. I mean, I guess a little, but I drink for the feeling, for the drug feeling, I guess is what it is. Alcohol's a drug, so yeah, I like a certain way. I like to feel a certain way. So having a drink just doesn't appeal to me. And when I started talking about how you have to have a certain stomach content level in order to get the right kind of buzz. I don't like to feel like I've been stepped on, you know. I like the kind of the good feeling, giggly buzz. I like that. Yeah, like a little girl. Yee! Whatever you want to call it, I like that. So my favorite thing to do was to have like a good hoppy, high alcohol beer, dark beer, hoppy IPA, something like that, F5, at like 11 o'clock in the morning before you eat anything. Have a cup of coffee and have a beer. Especially if you're getting on a job site and get going. Have one of those, the first beer, and then switch to Miller Lite, Busch Light, not Bud Light anymore. I started drinking that again, but man, it's got that kind of piss aftertaste. I mean, I got used to it, so I wouldn't taste it, but then after you haven't had it for a while, it's got this kind of swill to it. I'm gonna have to pass. Busch Light is probably the cheapest I can go. Natty Light, I guess if I drank it a lot, I could get used to it, but Geez, I don't know, Busch Light. Probably Miller Lite's the cheapest I'm willing to go. At the moment, if I was drinking. But then I was talking about, so I also like going to the bar. Back when I used to go to the bar, when I was single, I'd like to have a beer, a couple shots of Rumple Mints, and then go. By the time I got to the bar, I got a buzz. And then I had to start paying for it. So I would bring some beers in the car too. And I would go out to the car and slam a couple beers, save some money. And go to the bar back when you could get happy hour or whatever, before 11, $2 beers, $2.50. Coors Lights, I think they had, because they were nasty. But yeah, I used to drink those, and I think my average, what I would drink was about 2 shots and 10 beers. So that's what that was my alcohol consumption back then, to go to the bar. And I'd get pretty lit up. You know, I sobered up before I drove home. So that's how I do it. And I like that. That was fun. I guess it was probably about the environment and the music and the lights. And so that's how I used to do it. And that's what I think about that. So I'm real happy with the 1.5 mile loop. I like the bigger the loop, the better. But I also like knowing what I got left to do. So one loop down, that mud was bad, but it didn't get up. It didn't squishy up around the sides of my shoes, so I'm all right with it. Now that I'm back on gravel, I'm sure I've cleaned it out mostly. Like I said, I'm in the doldrums. Last 2 weeks, I'll hit it hard in the videos, but I'm not gonna promote these. I'm just gonna record it, upload it, no music, no effort. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's a log of what I did, and it keeps me on track. I haven't had any good conversations with myself, make the miles go by like I used to. You know, my interests and what I want to talk about, I don't know, it's not the same. I haven't been talking about church at all. About that experience, kind of experience I had with the inner spurn, you know. I still remember it, but it's getting pushed further and further in the back of my mind. Still gonna go to church on Sunday and everything, but I don't know. Not all excited about it anymore. A lot of other things going on to occupy my mind. A lot of things to worry about. I got a lot of things to worry about. I'm spread out too thin with this too small of an emergency fund. So if something happens where my finances run thin, my emergency fund depleted, I'm gonna have to have a fire sale. Just sell everything for what I paid for it. I'm confident I can. The way you make money with real estate and with everything is you make all the money when you buy it. If you don't buy it right, you can't make money. So if I sell everything for what I paid for it, I got to use it, enjoy it, but it's the same as money in the bank. I had 55 gigabytes of extra storage I had to delete. That's a lot of data. So my phone was shutting off because there's no more storage. And I lost a bunch of video, but it's all right. I was ranting a little bit anyway. All right, man, now I stopped for a second to delete all those pictures, and I'm feeling heavy and weak. I haven't had anything to eat. I'm hungry. All right. All right, there's my 45 minutes. I don't care. I'm not doing it anymore. Nobody cares anyway. Nobody's watching. I got my 45 minutes in outside. That's all I got to do. I get the rest of it either inside or outside. My feet are muddy. I'm good. I'm going to eat some breakfast. So you want to do something? Make a comment. What, you disappointed in me? Nobody cares. Nobody's watching. Nobody comments. Barely get a thumbs up. So Yeah, time for me to start taking care of business, taking care of myself. I got things I need to do, things I'm worried about. Nobody's gonna fix them but me. So it's up to me to do it. So let's go do it. Let's put ourselves in a safe position where if I don't have any written guarantees from nothing. So I'm gonna go set myself up for success and happiness in my own level, and that's what it takes. I'm just gonna do it. Not like anybody's gonna see this anyway, so it's just for me. You know, I hope someday I do get some haters, some hater comments on here like, you didn't do your 4.5 miles. You know what? You're probably not even doing the challenge, so I don't wanna hear it. I added stuff to myself to better myself, and whether I do it or not is how much better I get for myself. And as long as I complete the challenge, that's more than you got, so I don't want to hear it. There you go. I think I've been devoting too much time and effort to this challenge, trying to, be bigger and better at the challenge than I need to be, and it's interfering with my life. And I think it's more important that my life has to take precedence. I mean, completing the challenge, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. That's easy. I mean, I've been doing way more than I need to do. So I'll just do the challenge, and then I'll focus on my responsibilities, and that's what we'll make sure and get it done, because that's just gonna be important, I gotta do it. Hey, Mimi. Papa's not up yet. Well, this door's locked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess Papa's still sleeping.
Yes, sir.
You need
Sit
anything?
down.
You want a drink? I'll get you a drink. Cold with ice?
You gonna stay out here for a while?
Yeah, I'll come sit with you.
Okay.
Let me make you a cold drink. What do you think?
Okay. We're gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
I was gonna make Mama a cold drink. The doors are all locked, so I walked around the back.
Oh, where is she?
She's sitting outside. I was gonna get her. Oh, you got a tea for her?
Yeah, I got you. I'll make you. Just go have a seat.
All right.
Want to watch the news with me?
Sure.
You never knew that they were so smart.
Oh, they're very smart.
He's rinsing off something, isn't he?
It's a big old worm.
I think there might be some water in there.
Mhm.
He's probably washing his worm, and now he's gonna eat it.
He's washing his worm. Oh, he just flew off. So we're headed to the gym. Hung out with Amy a lot today, and now we need to go get the other 45 minutes in, finish our day. I know I got a little snippy earlier, but I don't know. I'm in the middle of this challenge, and there's nothing to get excited about because it's just dragging on.